and we went to some dark places mentally. And to be quite honest, some of them are bloody parents. How on earth could they do that when they are parents? If it was done to them, if they've experienced grief, they should know bloody better. I mean, how old are they? Are we back in secondary school or something? Do they think TikTok's a playground?
I don't think any of them has experienced that level of grief.
None of them, exactly, Talia.
They want to be bloody thankful, because I tell you something, what I fucking saw was absolutely horrific. And I'm not going to go into it, but...
How long ago was that?
It was a year ago, 6th of October 2024, 10 past 1.
So fresh.
Just happened.
So fresh.
So fresh.
Yeah,
and you know what? If you're on here doing your thing and it's distracting you and it's making you get out of bed and do something constructive and focus your brain, like, who the fuck are they?
Exactly. I mean, it's not as if I'm doing this to protect my child. My child's fucking gone. You know, our child is literally gone, and I'm trying to make sure that no other child...
Do you know what makes me laugh? What's 10 grand? It's fuck all.
Nothing.
This is what makes me
laugh.
Me off.
They make 10 grand a fucking week on this app. Granted,
I was told to literally raise that. That's the thing. I was literally told to
Who
fucking
cares?
raise that.
Raise 50, Courtney. Raise 100. Who cares?
I'm more worried about setting up another GFM, because if I have to go through another whirlwind of bullshit from these assholes...
Well, they'll come through us.
Listen, Courtney, I said the same thing to Lol the other day, and I want Lol to speak in a minute. She's a very clever lady, and she's been through all this shit, you know what I mean? And she's been through signing petitions, going to Parliament, and I know she's still fighting one at the moment, so I'm going to let her speak about that, because I only know a bit, and she'll tell you the rest. But what I will say is that when you want to do these petitions, you do need support of the people, and I think the great idea of you doing a podcast to let the people know, to get these petitions, I think it's an absolutely fantastic idea, and me and my people will be all behind that. Take no notice of anybody else. If you can stop another child for unaliving themselves and call it Willow's Law, whatever you want to call it, I'm all up for that. And if I can help you get more petitions, and we do get big audiences sometimes, you know what I mean, we can get a couple of thousand people in here, and I know if I put a video out there and ask these people to sign it, I know that they will. But you know what I mean, what you're doing, you've got to keep doing you now. You've got to pull away from these negative people, the drama. We all know you've told the truth. We all know what you're going through mentally and emotionally, and you need the support of the people. And if you want this law in place, which I think is a great law, by the way, you know what I mean, you need to keep going and keep fighting. And fuck, I'm sorry to say, I am going to swear, I'm sorry guys, it is past 10 o'clock. And fuck these negative bastards.
Yeah, fuck them.
Is
the link in your bio, Courtney?
It's the link in my bio at the moment is to a website about Willow, which also contains some parts of the law.
Is the petition in there?
It is, yes. There is a link for that.
So I think, just some advice, I think you've exhausted Drama Talk now, and I think you need to pull away from it. I wouldn't mention these people again. I think you've used all that audience, and that audience are no good now. And what I can do for you is I can set you up some podcasts with other people that are running podcasts. I've just done one recently for bereavement.
She's Talia, believe me, she does big stuff. She's in the media anyway, Court, so if anyone can help you, she can better than anyone. So sorry about it.
She's the singer, isn't she?
She is the singer. She works with Brian May.
She is. So you need to put yourself in front of an audience now that's not this.
Yeah.
But keep doing this. But try and get yourself out to as many people as you can, and that's by, you know, talking, going on different podcasts. I've just done a bereavement one as well, and I really think
I don't even want to listen to it. I ain't even listen to it. I don't want to.
Just stay away from this Drama Talk. I honestly think you've exhausted whoever's going to sign it from this side of TikTok would have done it by now. And keep shouting and raving. And Lol is somebody that really does know how to move mountains, and she can definitely help you out. But if you want to do another GoFundMe,
you have to, Courtney, just do it. We'll support you.
We're behind you, and not many people want to come up against me and Ricky.
Let's get this GoFundMe. Let's get this podcast equipment done for you. Let's get it done.
And like I said to you as well, Courtney, like if it's something that you want to do, the ARC is such a supportive community for your account, and even just, you know, the training that they do on the Monday for helping.
Hey Beth, I love you to pieces, I really do, but it's the wrong time for that. I'm not being disrespectful, you know I love you. It's the wrong time. I want Lol to speak. Lol, would you just speak to Court? Because obviously, I know how. Sorry, before we start, how is he, Lol?
We'll know tomorrow, Rick. He's got an appointment with the oncologist at Walton at 1 o'clock. So I'll know more tomorrow. But
Me and Talia will pray for him tonight, Lol. Do you know we will?
Courtney, my sincere condolences on the loss of your daughter.
Thank you.
I lost my girl 4.5 years ago, but mine was through medical negligence.
I'm so sorry.
I had a petition to try and extend the time from 3 years to make a claim to 5 years. Unfortunately, it's like so many things on this app, which sadly you'll learn that if it's not in my backyard, they're not really interested. People on this app, where Rick is and Talia, the majority of them are too shallow. They'd sooner worry about he said, she said, I said, and make a big mountain out of nothing. And you and I have experienced heartache at the top end. Nothing is to burying one of your own children.
Yeah.
And now I've got a 40-odd-year-old lad who was diagnosed a week ago with a brain tumour.
I'm so sorry.
Courtney. And I know the foul end of this app. Ricky and Talia, what you see is what you get. They don't sugarcoat it. They say it like it is. That's why they don't get massive big audiences, because the truth tellers, and when you're a truth teller on here, love, people don't want to listen to you. If you want to do a GoFundMe, you do a GoFundMe. Go on Twitter, go on X, go on Instagram, go wherever you need to go. But the majority of people on this app and TikTok, they're horrible. They'll build you up, and then and Alex Brigham, he's the biggest quilt I've ever met in my life. The man needs a good punch right round the gizzard. God forgive me. You know, he's just not a nice guy. I lost my husband 12 months ago, as well as my daughter, and so I feel your pain. I absolutely do. And if I can support you in any way at all, I've got a few people who are in Parliament who are really good friends of mine, and if I can help you in any way at all, I will. I haven't
appreciate that.
because I've had too much going on, but please just take solace in the good people on the app and forget about the nasty bastards that are here.
Absolutely, I intend to. I absolutely intend to. I've said what I've needed to say on my own lives, on this live, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm done. I'm done giving them a platform. I've said how I feel, and I'll be using my own platform to do my own thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I know a few people who run podcasts. So there's a guy who comes on here, and he's also on Instagram, and it's Billy Moore, and he's got a big following. I can always put it on Billy. You know, and there's a few other people I know, Courtney, if you're interested.
Absolutely, I'll take all the positive support that I can get. Absolutely.
I think the more you can get out there, you know what I mean, is the better. And obviously Lowell knows an awful lot of people too, and like I said, if you do want to reach out to support, I know Lowell's going through a lot at the moment. She's one of the strongest ladies that I know, and she's suffered her losses, Court, so she knows your pain better than anyone, and she's still going through it, God bless her, and I love Lowell to pieces. And she's very supportive towards others as well. So if you want to talk to her about the petition part, then obviously if Lowell don't mind, I know she's got...
Give me a shout, Courtney.
Yeah, give her a...
Let me tell you now about Rick. If Rick says anything and he realises it's out of order, the thing with Ricky is he owns his shit. Not a lot of people do on this app, love.
Yeah.
And make out that you're the problem instead of them.
Yeah.
You know, and you've learned that the hard way, and I'm very, very sad for that, really am. And I might not be around very much this week because my son gets some news tomorrow. I mean, he's married with a couple of little kids, you know.
Bless him.
You know, obviously, my head's somewhere else, but I have heard your story, and I've been absolutely disgusted by what I've listened to. You know, if only they had a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of how you feel, just to get out of bed's a big deal for you and I.
It is. It really is. I mean, I wish I could sort of take the image in my head that I have when I find her and just put it in their heads and let them see what that's like.
You found her as well. I'm so sorry to say. I think.
I'm so sorry, Courtney.
You found
her.
You know, oh, God bless them. I can't even.
Thanks for letting me coming on, Rick, and keep your strength up, and always do whatever you're doing in the name of your beautiful child.
Absolutely.
That's all you need. You don't need nothing else, love. But I'm always here for you, and I'm thinking of you.
I'm really appreciative.
Hey, I'll message you after this, after the live as well, Lo. Okay.
Okay, love. I'm going to drop down.
Love you to death,
Thanks,
Lo.
everyone. Thank you. And Courtney, look after yourself. And is your partner Tommy?
Bless you. Yeah, we will. Absolutely, we will. And same goes to you, sweetheart.
Yeah, her partner is called Tommy Lowe.
Yeah,
take
yeah.
care and give me love to Tommy Courtney.
I will, absolutely.
Sorry, I just want to say this to everyone in here, and I know I'm being cam to at the moment. So to a couple of people that you've been.
Oh, the Cam2s, honestly.
Yeah, I want to say this, right? Because I say it isn't. You know me, guys. Who it is. You've got a lady here who's grieving the loss of a daughter. A daughter, or horrible to say, she even sadly found. So not only is this lady suffering probably from emotional distress, PTSD, grieving, the loss of a child that she's only lost 12 months ago. And I know grief more than anyone because I've just buried my brother a few months ago, and not my little brother, and that was the worst grief in the world for me and my mum. But to lose a daughter or son, Courtney, I don't even know what to say to that. So for all you people who've gave this lady a proper hard time for what she's gone through, you know what I mean? Where's the compassion, man? Where's the empathy? Why can't you own your shit and say, do you know what? I've made a massive boo-boo here. I've done wrong. You know what I mean? I've made an accusation. It wasn't real. Okay, and I've gone against the grain and done everything I can to try and rip this lady to shreds and a partner, looking for stuff that's not fucking literally there. And in the process, you've affected her even more to the point where she's broken more because you were supposed to be there to support her, uplift her, and help her reach her goal for these petitions and these signatures. And also, and now you've got to the point where she's trying to do some good in the world, to do these podcasts to let people know and create this law for a daughter, which I think is beautiful. And you've shut her down to the point where she feels that she had to give that money back. If you've got any sympathy, any compassion, and this goes out to the Click, this goes out to Hayley, this goes out to Alex Brigham and everyone else who's involved in bringing this lady down, if you've got any fucking morals, because I know Alicia's apologised, you need to get together, give this woman a fucking full formal apology and help her get to where she needs to be. And I don't mean getting involved with him, Courtney. I'm talking about putting your GoFundMe out there and every fucker gets behind you and these petitions to get it signed so we reach these 100,000 as quick as possible while supporting you in the process because you've been torn down. Okay, and that's the nicest way I'm going to put it because I could blind, I could say what I really feel, but I'm not. I'm trying to keep it, you know what I mean? I'm trying to keep it.
Yeah.
normal.
I mean, I will say as well, like, I keep getting messages about Corey saying this, that, and the other. I've not seen a single thing. I've not seen him say one single fucking thing. The only thing I have seen is a video of him crying over watching the first live that went above and beyond that one night. And he hasn't said anything, so I'm just putting it out there. It's coming from my own bloody mouth before rumours start. He has not said a single thing.
I'll be honest
that
with you,
I could
Courtney.
see.
I'll be straight with you. Corey supported you entirely through the whole of this. He's also stood on business and he called Hayley Common out. And if it wasn't for Corey, with a couple of his videos and pointing out a few things that she did and said, I wouldn't have known everything that she's done. Obviously, Nicola too, with some of the stuff she put out there, but he defended you to the max. And I've got to give Corey that. Don't know hate or thingy, because Corey's, I've got to give it him here. He's been great on this. He's seen the bullshit. He's called the bullshit out. He's got a backlash from that bullshit for calling that real. And he's had your back, Courtney, because he knows what they've done is wrong and he's seen that. Yeah. And he's called it out. And I've got to respect Corey Wald for that. I really have.
I've just seen a comment here saying they were sent information about things. I think if people are donating, they've got a right to ask. They do. They have a right to ask where the money's going. But to be quite honest, I've stated where it was going and it's just been twisted, sweet. And I can't be any more transparent. And I'm not being funny, but if people are going to choose to donate, that's on them. If I've been transparent, I've been transparent.
It's got absolutely nothing to do with anyone. When they donate and you're doing your thing, that's it. These people are earning thousands of pounds a day, Courtney. It's got, you know what I mean? Nobody cares. You're doing something right for you and your daughter. You know what I mean? Well, you all need the help and support. The people. See what I do here, Courtney, right? I do this as a part-time job. So this is my social media, my platform. This is a part-time job for me. So I put little gift goals up there, right? Do you know what I mean? And I earn £100 a night sometimes. Sometimes I earn more, depending. So this is, and people choose to gift me because they enjoy my show and watch what I do. Let alone you, who's not on the platform, who's trying to put a GoFundMe up there to help achieve something and create this law for your daughter. I think it's a fucking amazing idea. So when these people, they're only using it for drama and clout to come at you. to use your pain
Exactly.
and grief against you. It's
Yeah,
because
and they've been
what
paid
about what
for
they
it.
get gifted and earn?
Yeah, they've been paid for that. I mean, I'm not sitting here asking other people that I've seen, oh, where's your gifts going? Where are you putting the money towards your gifts? I want to see
Exactly. It's got fuck all
receipts.
to do with them.
It's, you know, I don't give a shit. If people want to donate, they can donate. If they want to gift, they can gift. But I will say this, just to prove a point, when I'm doing my 2 nights a week of supporting people and hearing their stories on my lives, I'll be turning my gifts off. You know, I don't want to make money off people's bloody pain and misery. It's not okay. You know, what I do on my other lives outside of those 2 nights a week, that's my business.
Yeah. Agreed.
Hi, Rick.
How you doing, Nikki? You okay?
I'm all right, thank you. Hi, Courtney.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hello.
Rick struggles to get hard on. He's got to use the blue
This
pill.
is the wrong time, you know. This is such the wrong time, mate, to do this trolling, you know. I know who you are. That's disgusting. You don't even know what's gone. We're talking about a loss of a child.
Hey, fuck, you're talking about...
Sorry, guys.
Blimey. So, Courtney, you are finding the good side of TikTok now, and Rick and Talia are the really good big creators.
Thanks.
They will listen, they will support. They are lovely, lovely people, and just very sadly, and you know, and what those other people didn't realise was Courtney's very new to TikTok. She didn't know how it worked.
Yeah.
She came on, she got some bad advice, and then got dragged into like a cult. And they weren't interested in listening to anything that Courtney had to say. They were just out to prove that she was this scammer, which she's not. And Courtney clearly answered really calmly all their questions, and they just went for her. And then it just turned into this gaming thing, which no one had talked about. Her poor husband came home from work and got upset, and they ended the live. And then they still had a go at Courtney and her husband for shouting. It was just awful to watch. And I just felt so bad for poor Courtney. And, you know, unfortunately, she's learnt the hard way to stay away from the dark side and come to the nice side. And I agree, go for that GoFundMe. Don't let them deter you from that. And if they try to bait you, Courtney, don't rise to them. Don't ever put yourself in a position where you go in their boxes and have to explain yourself, because you don't need to do that. You've found the good people now, and we'll all support you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
What I will say, Courtney, right, is keep doing you. Set up this GoFundMe. Do it, all right? Take a notice of anybody else, because I want to see, I'd love to see you do your podcast. Do you know what I mean? I think they'd be absolutely amazing. I think get my girlfriend on there. She'd bring an audience. She does podcasts and interviews. She's on telly in a couple of weeks. She's very big in the media. But she's doing a talent competition on this platform in the next couple of weeks. So what I would suggest, if you set that up, you know what I mean? Tally will do a talent competition. It will be a big one, so you'll get a good few thousand people in there. And while we're there, you can jump in the box. You can get everybody to sign the petition yet again. And also you can get everybody to donate to the GoFundMe as well, so we can try and help you get that figure up as fast as we can. I'll also have a chat with the likes of Angie. And how many signatures do you need at the moment? Where are you at?
Well, I'm heading for 100,000 at the moment, and the last I checked, we're at 15,200 and something. So we're well past the response from the Parliament, but what we want is, we don't want just a response, because they can brush that under the carpet. We want it debated in Parliament. We want this brought up amongst them all. And if we can get to that, then we stand a chance. You know, even if it gets debated in there, I can't promise that it will be made into anything. That's not my choice, that's theirs. All I can do is keep pushing. You know, me and my partner have worked really hard on this law, and it covers a lot more than just what's on the website. We're still uploading it to the website bit by bit, because there's just that much. But it aims to close a lot of loopholes in the educational system and in mental health systems as well.
Well, I'm quite a lot of, I've got a lot of friends on this app. I've been on this app for many years, and I have got a lot of big creators on here with a lot of big following. And I will have a chat with them to obviously work with you in the future, especially if you're going to be on TikTok, to get you these signatures and help you with your GoFundMe. Like I said, I'll speak to Talia too, and I know she'll be more than willing to help you over the next couple of weeks to get you out there. I just want you to take no more notice of the drama talk, take no notice of these negative people. Let's see if literally they start coming on now and apologising and admitting their fault and what they've done. Let's see. No, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Truthfully, Court, I think their egos are too big to do that. I'm sorry, but some of them, their egos are that big. They will not apologise. They're going to make all the bullshit in the world that you're a bad person. What they did was right. You're this. You're that. You're a liar, and that's what they're going to do. I'm afraid, because they won't apologise. This is what they're about. But
Makes
you
me
never
wonder
know.
if they're threatened by the petition at all, to be honest with you, with what I've seen. I mean, they practically make content from ripping other people apart. So I'm wondering if they are threatened by the petition, because we are going to be adding some anti-cyber bullying to this law as well. After what we've experienced, we didn't realise how bad it could actually get on here.
It really, I'm afraid it's one of the worst platforms. They call it toxic talk, don't they? I'm afraid, you know what I mean? It's
Unfortunately, they do.
Courtney, they're just out to bring people down for their live, and they switch off their camera and forget all about it, and then you're left upset.
Yeah.
And it's as real as that. So you just got to forget about them now, and you've just got to go full steam ahead with what you want to do, and all of us will back you.
Exactly. All we want to do is just bloody support people and just protect kids. You know, it's not a big thing to ask to be able to just be left alone to just do it. You know what I mean?
100%. How you doing, Gav? Sorry, Sian, did you want to say something? You've been in the box for a long time. Sian. It's all right. How you doing, Gavron? You okay?
Not bad, mate. You?
Yeah. Did you want to say something to Courtney?
Yeah. Basically, you obviously mentioned you want to do this podcast and everything like that.
Yeah.
I am more than happy to have a look into it for you as well. And I'm sure between me, Rickster, a few others as well, like Talia's connections and stuff, we could easily find a way of getting that set up sooner than later, as cheap as possible. And then all you do is when it starts kicking off, then look at upgrading equipment, then start looking at changing things, because then that's when you can get more audience in from like, oh, I can now take it to the next step. And then
I think what it is, Gavlin, obviously she knows what system she wants. We know that equipment isn't cheap. I'm sat in equipment here and it's about £3,000-4,000 worth. And me and Tally are just about to upgrade to a bigger system setup, and that you're talking around about 10 grand. So just so you know, setting up podcasts and that, it isn't cheap, guys. It's really expensive to get the proper cheap equipment. And if this is something close to Courtney's art, which I think is a fucking brilliant idea, I really, really do, then, like I said, get this set up. I mean, me and Talia would be the first to donate. I think it's for an absolutely amazing cause. And in the interim, you know what I mean, we can all start signing this petition to get it out there together, like.
I was just thinking, like, let's get it out there sooner than later. Let's, like, because I've said it a few times in the chat, at the end of the day, hearing other people's stories of what they've gone through can help you with your own grief and what you're going through. Yeah. And I feel like, so you getting your story out there, well, somebody else will relate to that and go, yeah, that's how I feel.
Can
oh my
I just
God.
address a comment? Because I'm sorry, this person, right, you're sitting there saying I was offered the equipment by the Observer, right? I've got the proof already. I'd asked her about it and she didn't give an answer in regards to that. She sent something else. But after the comment that you had left on my daughter's picture, get lost, all right? Just get lost, Lou. I couldn't care less, please, because you have no right to say what you actually said on that picture. Just morals, girl.
Just taking a note is cool. What's going on, Blue Eyes? Did you want to say something?
I was about to say, Rick said that was everything for me. I'm going to shoot.
No problem, Gavlon. Look after yourself, mate. Hey, guys, everyone give Gavlon a follow. He's a good lad. Please give him a follow.
Just followed.
Go on, Gav. How you doing, Blue Eyes? You okay?
Hi, Rico. Long time, mate.
You okay?
I watched the live the other night. It was actually sad, actually. If she can set a GoFund up, I'm willing to get a few people to help.
Big up, Blue Eyes. Thank you.
So even if you do
incredible.
She needs all the help she can get now. No more tearing her down. What people need to do now is get fully behind Courtney.
It was literally sad. Like I sat there with tears. Like it was absolutely.
It's been horrible. It's been discussed.
Is it Michelle? Is it Michelle who sent the Eunice?
Yeah, it was Michelle. But to be honest with you, I've got nothing to say to the woman.
Yeah, like she actually done that for her own back. So I wouldn't have even sent the money back. But if you set just a quick one, if you set one up.
She sent the gifts. I didn't. This is the thing I do want to address.
Yeah, I watched the whole live, Ricky. You know what they sat there and said? We're not bullies. We're not bullies.
Well, you know different, don't you, Blue Eyes?
Yeah, and
I actually do, yeah.
You know different.
You know,
The shit that
comment
Talia
about
went
gifts.
through was absolutely disgusting as well, so
Exactly.
that's why I don't go
Yeah.
live, Rick.
I mean, I've had a lot of hate about the amount of gifts that were sent, and we double check this, and TikTok does take 70%.
They do take 70% of the money.
No,
So
I
if
was
if
left
somebody
with
drops you
just under-
£1,000, or say somebody drops you 3 universes, you get about fringe. After you take the deductions, you end up with about 280 quid.
Yeah, I was left with roughly about under
Have they not
500.
started on the Ardis again, Ricky?
Yeah, I know about it. I've seen it. It's just crazy,
Yeah.
man, that they're going for others now. I just don't even know what to say.
Yeah, they're
Can I
going
just
through
ask
so much.
something here? God, look at this. Did the Hatter speak to you about
Hey,
helping free
Lil,
of charge?
the question was just answered. She answered the question, but you repeated yourself twice. There was a nasty message left on the profile. That was the reason why, Lil. So you've asked exactly the same question and you were answered. So you're coming in again. So it is a very unbiased platform, but not if you're repeating yourself. Go on. Sorry, cool.
I was left with just under 500 quid. And do you know what? I don't care about the money. All I've actually cared about is this petition. I thought getting the podcast set up, it would be a brilliant idea to help so many people. The amount of people that have come to me with their struggles, their pain. And all I want to do is help in my daughter's name. She wanted nothing more than to care for people. And that says far more about the type of child I had than it does about people's assumptions.
Let me point something out to you, cool. I'm going to quickly point this out to you, right? When you was there the live the other day and they came in your box and everyone dropped you a few gifts, I see Michelle drop you a few gifts, right? You know what I mean? She drops you a few universes, okay?
Which was kind of her.
Yeah,
really
but listen,
kind of her.
let me explain something to you, right? You were then torn apart by these guys. They started calling you out, saying that you were this and that, you know what I mean? And obviously they started questioning you, your integrity. And you know what I mean? They did it to be mean. Michelle, who I don't dislike, by the way, I don't really know her, do you know what I mean? I don't think she particularly likes me, but I've got nothing against her, to be fair. I know she dropped you a few universes, but out of that two, say she dropped you, I don't know what she dropped you, a couple of grand, say, you'd probably get about fucking 600 quid out of that, which is not. I've seen her go out to DG Deckel's battle, right, big battle, and dropping £4,000 in a battle in 5 minutes. That's what she did. And then she was saying about how for the last 3 years people have lied to her about certain situations, but she's used that's what's happened to her previously, and then put it on you and said, "Oh, I've been treated like it," even though you've done nothing wrong. So I think that Michelle should say, "Do you know what? I apologise to Courtney because she didn't know the story. What she's done is jumped on their platform because they've got a big following, and then starts and using her gifts as a way of being negative towards you, and you did nothing wrong. You never asked for them gifts. She came in and gifted you, right? You know what I mean? Off the goodness of her heart, and fair play to her. But what you stated was correct. You know what I mean? These people should be apologising to you. So when I seen that video of her saying that stuff, I was horrified because I thought, I just seen you drop fucking £4,000 on DG Decor in 5 minutes, and you're moaning about dropping on a woman who's traumatised, who's grieving. You know what I mean? You've helped her out a little bit, and now you're jumping on the hate campaign without even doing your research and getting your facts right.
Yeah, and I hate the fact that she has had that happen to her in the past. My heart
That's
goes
not your
out
fault.
with regards to that. But she didn't need to come at me the way she did. I'm not a scammer, and I don't care about the money.
And I hope she apologises too, because I don't think she's a bad person. I really don't. I think she has been taken for the fall on the app by a lot of people. And people have obviously used her kindness as a weakness, and they have, Michelle. And I'm not slating you. But I said, this woman has done nothing wrong. She hasn't. So I think the way you went at her, you thought it was somebody who was trying to scam you out of money, and it wasn't. So hopefully you'll do the decent thing and say, I'm sorry, Courtney. That's what you should do. Alicia's apologised. I'm hoping that you do the same. And I think that should be a trait that everyone follows. I hope that your inbox is filled up in the next 24 hours apologising to you, Courtney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping.
I do want to point out as well that there are a lot of people on this platform that are quite very well known by the looks of it. And we need to try and remember that there are children that come onto this platform and they see some of this content and they take that out into the world thinking that these influencers or certain content creators are allowed to get away with it because they're doing it on such a very well-known platform. But it can be very, very dangerous. You know what I mean? We need to make sure as adults that we are using such platforms in the most respectful, kindest manner to ensure that the children that use it, even when, they should be of a certain age to use it, are taking all the positivity and the kindness out there and taking it out into the world and to do good. That is what needs to happen here.
100%.
They're
I agree with
watching
you.
TikTok and seeing all the bullies bully someone that's lost their child through bullying. It just don't make no
Courtney,
sense.
never feel guilty for accepting a gift. You know, people normally gift out the kindness of their heart, and you don't normally ask for it back or go screaming and shouting on a live that I gifted you this, and this. So please don't ever feel bad if someone gives you a gift, because people will want to gift you out the. You know, I mean, I think
It's about
she
Leo
came
DeLion.
in-
Sorry.
I think she came in halfway through a conversation when people started using the word gaming, which was ridiculous. And she came in guns blazing. And Ricky's right. Where she's been hurt in the past, she heard half a story and took it out on you.
Can I just say something? She said that she'd done it to get the petition out.
Yeah, I never asked for money.
That's why
never
she
asked for
said,
gifts.
she said, yeah, she sent the gifts, she sent the unis to get the petition out more.
Oh, bless her. The petition's free to put out
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was thinking. The petition's free, but apparently she sent the unis out to get the petition.
Yeah.
Oh, bless
But then
her.
you don't come in and have a go at someone, you know.
No.
And Courtney had advice from others about GoFundMe. Like I say, Courtney was new. She just had some bad advice, and she didn't really know anyone on here. And you know, when big creators are saying they're going to help her, she just trusted them. But Courtney's learnt now who to stay away from. You know.
Yeah, they came in via a portal that one of my amazing mods had put in. Bless her, she feels absolutely terrible. But once that portal was put out there, they started coming in, and I had no idea who they were. And when they started coming in, you know, I'm not going to deny a few people had left me messages saying, "Oh, they're this, that, and the other." But at the time, when they had come to me and pushed it out the way that they did that night, and everyone can see it as clear as day, I was overwhelmed by it. So I genuinely thought they're just doing this to be kind. I didn't expect the backlash from the same people to actually happen.
And Ricky, on Courtney's defence, it wasn't actually her that put the GoFund out. It was Ailey Comment.
Actually, no. Just to put the you know, I made the GoFundMe, absolutely, but I definitely did not push that out there. And there is a recording.
It was Ailey Comment that mentioned the GoFundMe.
Yeah, it was, and there is a video on that. There is.
Yeah, that's
is
what I'm
there.
saying. You didn't actually mention the GoFundMe. It was
Yeah.
Ailey Comment.
Yeah, sorry, my misunderstanding there, sweetness.
Yeah, so it wasn't actually Courtney that was asking for any gift, or I watched the whole live from start to finish. She did not ask for one gift, not even a rose. I didn't hear her ask for.
No.
Is Myla? Is this you, Alex?
No, it's not. No, it's not Alex at all.
You can get out of here then. Sorry.
And
She had the creep in her name. She's only going to come in and start probably giving you abuse, Courtney. So I'm not
Yeah,
gonna,
probably. I'll probably get a lot after
I'm
all
not
this
going to
stuff I've heard.
let you be
Shocked
abused.
me.
You're not going to be abused.
Absolutely shocked me.
I think, to be fair,
Mishy, my heart goes out to you. Bless. Thank you so much, sweetheart. She will always turn it on to herself. Don't I know it?
It's
well,
it's me.
Yeah, she started the whole gaming setup thing. Nobody else can change my mind on that.
Courtney, listen
Well,
to
I don't know where they got that from, but you know what? It's bullshit. Complete bullshit. I can't stand gaming. I did warn you, but it was too late. This is what Haley does. Yeah, I did see some warnings that I was given, but
Oh, sorry, guys. I bloody played the video. My apologies.
I did
Ricky,
what you were
if you
doing.
get her to push her to get the GoFund thing going, and I'll support it, and I'll get a few others to on my Facebook and that to follow her and do it.
Hey,
I'll
Myla,
have a
you
think
can ask
tonight.
the question, but make sure it's you ask a decent question. So what was you going to ask, Myla? Sorry, because you've got the crypt in your name, so I'm a little bit cautious on what you're going to say to Courtney.
I absolutely appreciate that, Rickster. I have volunteered for child protection teams for 5 years. I don't want to talk about GoFundMe. I don't want to talk about anything to do with that. It's nothing to do with me. All I wanted to ask Courtney was, are you considering taking courses in safeguarding and to take courses in how to offer safe advice to children that are being bullied, etc., so that you're able to offer safe advice to these poor kids?
Absolutely.
That was
No.
my only concern.
It's a good question that you've asked, and yes, I have got certificates in safeguarding. Just before this year had actually started, I was in the process of doing things to being able to become a teacher, and it was going to be with Just Teach. And I had done a fair few courses with them in order to continue with all of that. And then I had actually had a bit of a breakdown over Willow, and
Obviously,
it just went downhill from there. But what I will be doing, just to give everyone that safe security in what I'd be talking about, is I will be doing refresher courses in order to make sure that when I speak to people in regards to this, it is professionally, it's with the correct knowledge and the correct qualifications that I need.
Brilliant.
So a couple of things I want to say, Marla, if that's okay as well. I want to ask you a question. Number one, I never knew that you could volunteer for child protection. That's something absolutely new to me. I never knew you could do that.
All of the hunting teams, we all do it voluntarily. Nobody is paid for that. All the decoys, the trackers, the people that actually go out and do the stings, nobody is paid. It is completely.
So have you got any knowledge? Have you got any knowledge in what you've just turned around and asked, Courtney? Have you obviously done all that?
Yep, I have safeguarding.
Okay, so we obviously, because you've just asked that question, and obviously Courtney's going to do that. Would you offer her some advice and help her, to achieve that moving forward, especially now she wants to do the podcast? Would you be willing to say, listen, I can help you in every way I can?
Absolutely.
Well, that's brilliant.
The best way usually is through the NSPCC website. They offer lots of different courses and advice. They do seminars and everything else. So that's how we generally do ours. But obviously we make sure that we obviously do more good than harm. But obviously we're dealing with PDFs. But that was my only concern. No disrespect meant at all to you, Courtney.
No, that's fine. It's a valid question, to be honest.
But that I say, and there was no disrespect meant. It was just my concern that obviously I appreciate what you're trying to do, but it was just obviously the safety of the children, because you do get people that try and start things up, and they can trigger a child or whatever, or an adult, and it was just, if Courtney hadn't considered that, it was just to offer some advice and say no hate at all from me.
No, I hear you. That is a very valid question. It is something I've actually thought about doing just before I do any of that. I mean, the people that I'd be doing a podcast to is aimed at adults, if I'm honest with you. But at the same time, a lot of these adults that I already speak to on my lives are parents as well. So in order to make sure that if they're coming to me for any advice or anything like that, that the advice that I give is with 100% the correct knowledge, so that I'm not endangering anybody whatsoever.
Great. Okay, thank you very much, and thank you for letting me back up, Rick. So I appreciate it.
Speak to you soon, Marla. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
And
I think what it is, Courtney, just to let you know, like, people are still trying to question your integrity. They're trying to they're trying to trip you up in any way they can. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to be a-holes.
I gathered that.
That's what they're trying to do. They know what they're doing. They're trying, I asked this and she never answered that. And listen, what you need to do is keep being you. Get this GoFundMe set up. Get these podcasts on the go. Whatever support you need from our end. And obviously you got Beth on board and me. Just let us know. Talia will push your GoFundMe out there, so will everyone in my chat, and let's get you where you need to be at. Let's get these petitions on, and let's get this fucking thing in place in the Houses of Parliament for you and Willow. That's what we're going to do, okay? I followed your story. I knew where it was going to end, but I know you're going to come out the other side and you're going to get to where you need to be at. You're a lovely woman, by the way. I have watched you talk. I know you're genuine, and I know genuine when I see genuine, and you are genuine. And you really
appreciate that.
No, you really are.
Yeah,
I can tell just the way you talk.
Stuff the 80s, Courtney, and do it for your girl.
And like I said, I was gutted when you set the GoFundMe and you started donating the money back just to shut these people off after they tore you down. I felt really sorry for you. Talia was in bits, man, and so was Lowell, Beth. Everyone's just saying, but I'm sorry. I knew how it was going to go for you. And I wanted to reach out and say, Courtney, you've got the wrong people in your box. You know what I mean? But I couldn't, because I don't get on with them, and they just would have said a load of stuff to you, lied about me.
I know you in Canadian Angie, but Canadian Angie told her the same. She wouldn't have refunded the money back.
No, I've actually spoken to CA.
Yeah, she was
she's brilliant,
disgusted in it, just like you are, Rika.
Canadian Angie as well. If you reach out to her, I'll probably get one of my guys to do it. Get her to obviously help support you moving
Yeah,
forward.
she's already said, Ricky, that she'll help
Yeah,
her.
and if Canadian Angie's willing to do that, then that's fantastic. You're a grieving mother, man. You bloody hell. You've only just lost your daughter a year ago. It's
Canadian
disgusting.
Angie said she wouldn't have gifted the money back. She'd have told them to.
Yeah,
And
just to let
kiss
everybody
her
know,
off.
this is Hungry Guy. I really like Hungry Guy. I haven't spoken to him for a while. He is a genuine guy, very clever man, and that's why I've just
Yeah.
let him in the box. How you
Hello,
doing, mate? You
Rickster.
okay?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing good. I just wanted to say it's absolutely absurd because I was in Alex's live and basically
Ricky,
the
sorry
comments
to
and
interrupt. I'm going to
someone.
drop down, but I've followed your court now. If you set one up, let me know and I'll help you through it and I'll get some
Thank you, Blue Eyes. We appreciate the love, right?
things. All right then, Ricky.
Take
Take
care,
care.
Blue Eyes.
Take care, Talia, and everyone else.
Bye-bye. Bye. How you doing, Hungry Guy? Go on, sorry.
So yeah, basically, this is the kind of absurd thing that people will try to do. Will try and trip you up. Will try and tell you. Now, let me tell you guys one thing. There is no such thing as a child protection officer.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a title that these vigilantes.
Thank
This is what I call them. These vigilantes that claim they want to protect children, want to do all of this work. Literally, it's just they're just people doing it out of their
They
own
came
back.
up here to try
Not
and trip
one-
Courtney up. That's what they tried to do,
Exactly. Not one police force, not one social work team or any kind of like child safeguarding anything backs any of these vigilantes, okay, or any of these people. Not one single of them back them. Okay, the police hates them. They literally ruin cases and stuff like that. And the fact that she's coming up here questioning you about, oh, are you qualified? Have you done a safeguarding course and all of that? I'm sorry, Courtney. All you have to do is literally tell people your story. There is such a thing that is recognised by healthcare workers, by the police and everything. It's called peer support. Peer support means where story